my name is Tasneem. I'm the senior manager at 98 percentile in the HR department. And today we did a wonderful drive with XLR. It was amazing right from the very beginning, from the very first day when I got in touch with them till today. I think it was an extremely smooth journey with them. There were multiple follow-ups done by the representatives in order to check that we would be, what time would be coming, how many people would be coming, what vehicle we would get. To that extent, they were so precise in giving all the information to us. It was extremely great to get associated with them and have a drive at XLR campus. So we are very, very happy that we got a chance to do this. Now, coming to the students, what XLR had, I think they were extremely enthusiastic. They were well prepared. They were aware of what they are coming for. I think there was some back-end preparation which they did that was commendable. They also were very confident and they were open to any kind of thing we were asking them to do. That was I think the best part. Now, I really hope we have a very, very fruitful association with each one of them and XLR in future. We are really looking forward to have many more drives like this.
Hi everyone, my name is Prachi Sharma and I'm the Senior Project Manager for IT Department at 90th percentile. So today we were here for this IT bootcamp, right, this technical drive and at XLR. So it was a great experience and I would feel that the students, they are the freshers, right, but it doesn't seem like that. So if I talk about their technical and cognitive ability, they all seems pretty good in that and that's what I felt. And I guess they have been taught pretty well at XLR, so that's how they have performed good in their aptitude and the technical tests. So I wish them all the best and it was a very great experience over here.
Hi, this is Patan, Technology Consulting Manager from 98th percentile. We visited XLR for the campus placement drive and it went very well today. Miss Ambika, Miss Pragati, everyone received us greatly here and we had a lot of enjoyable time here. The students even had great experience with us. They were interactive, they had good aptitude and all the technological skills they showed. I think they were all well and we really appreciate their time that they spared to us, and I think we will be doing a great job. We are expecting a lot of people to be hired from them. Let's see. It was a great experience altogether.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
From entering into the cyber tower to exiting out of this tower, the XLR team has been received me with such a care and pleasure.
I am the part of this XLR since 4 months. From the third month itself, they have conducted the placement sessions from the third month itself, and this is the fourth month, and this is the 98th percentile is one of the placement drive I have attended so far, and attending to this drive is such a good experience for me. All the HRs and the team made us feel very comfortable and confident.
XLR helped me a lot, and I experienced a lot of things today. So I'm really hope to be placed in that company. I'm confident about that. Thank you.
Hi, I am Karthik Rannan. I am the president of the Wall Street Club of BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives while they try to navigate the world of finance. I am happy that we will be able to close this workshop successfully on a very good note.
Hi, I am Raghunendra Singh and I am the Technical Director of the Wall Street Club at BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. It was a great amazing conducting this workshop with XLR. The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets, which was very helpful for the people who are interested in the field of finance, business or analytics in general. Thank you.
I attended a workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
Okay, the journey was great. Initially, I thought that I was not proficient enough in Excel, but later I came to know there was no prerequisites for it, and then I applied for it, and it was a great course, and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
Good evening, myself Kavya Ganatra. I am from Computer Science Association. I was the POC for this ML workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our technical fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. So, Faiz, you can start the session.
Yeah, hi. Good evening, everyone. Okay, yeah, Chandan, I would be starting.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank
okay. Hi. So let me just give you an overview. Okay, so we are now familiar with what is an API of GPT. Okay, so how you can go ahead and use it to go ahead and perform the daily tasks. Okay, now do you have understood what exactly it is? I believe you are not understood would be the correct word. Now we exactly have a glimpse of how it works. Okay, so we have understood that there is a model which is stored somewhere within the environment of OpenAI, and we are going ahead and just calling that model, and we are question creating our own logic. We can go ahead and create anything as per our logic or as per the requirement, which would be very good in question answering stuff. I can go ahead and make it work on my own data. I can go ahead and make it perform certain tasks, all because it has an understanding of a human language. We can go ahead and leverage it in any form. Okay, as it but the model is not available with us. So OpenAI has not made the model publicly available to us. Okay, the model is somewhere stored in the environment of OpenAI. What we have something which is called as API key. We take the API key, hit the model every time. Okay, and go ahead and generate a response for us. But for that, our data is not secured. Let me just tell you this. So it's something which is good would also have a disadvantage, or I would say a con over here. So one of the disadvantage over here is every time you go ahead and call the model, you are sharing your data with OpenAI directly. Okay, so when you are a user such as a bank or a medical industry or some or an insurance company, something which should have their client or customer data very private. Okay, in that case you cannot risk yourself in going ahead and directly calling an OpenAI ka API, and you can go ahead and share your customer data or the bank confidential data every time. Okay, so this could not always be a solution when it comes to a chatbot or customer interaction or customer service. I could say OpenAI cannot always be an option, because if there is a security of data, I won't prefer to go ahead and call any third party API and get response and and allow my data to be shared. Okay, so to solve this problem, what we need to do is we need to have that model. We need to have that model in our environment such that we can go ahead and call the model within our environment, and the data is not going outside our environment. But Chat OpenAI or OpenAI has not allowed this. OpenAI has said, I am not sharing my model with anyone. It would be always there with me. The only option you have is to go ahead and call it using an API. But there were other companies which came forward and they created their language model and they made it open source. By saying it open source, I mean you can go ahead and bring that model to your environment, deploy the model to your environment, and go ahead and use it without making sure that you have access to internet, or you don't need to go ahead and hit any API. So yes, there were many companies. So one of the famous is Llama, which was by Meta. There was something which is called as Falcon as well. Okay, so there are n number of large language model which was built. Not not any of the model, I believe, could go ahead and reach to the performance level of OpenAI, because obviously the model which you have trained is on trillions of token, and it is one of the biggest model. GPT-4 model could be one of the biggest model which works with both images as well as text data. Okay, so not each and every model could be that big, but yes, a basic natural language understanding and going ahead and performing tasks which could be understanding a user question and going ahead and replying to that is something which can be achieved by this model.
Fires,
Yes.
sorry for the interruption. Did you share your screen?
No, I am not sharing my screen. I would be sharing my screen now.
Okay, okay, fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am would be sharing my screen now. Okay, so I'm just giving an overview that whatever we are doing right now, what is the need for that? Okay, so where I was I was saying that what is the need of this language model? Okay, is something now I would be going ahead and sharing my screen and showing it to you. Okay, so how you can go ahead and access these models. Okay, so I am now making you introduced to something which is called as Hugging Face. What Hugging Face is? Hugging Face is nothing but you would say a shopping mall to each and every solution when it comes to AI. If you want to go ahead and get into this domain of what we say generative AI or just AI or models, whatever it may be, okay, so what you need to do is you need to have knowledge of Hugging Face. Okay, so it has each and every solution to that. Okay, so now I will go ahead and show you with an example over here. So here they have models. Okay, so now if you go ahead and check on models, now we would be using a natural language processing model. These models which you go ahead and perform the task like a GPT 3.5, GPT-4 Turbo or text generation models. Okay. Now if you can go ahead and see that there are n number of models, like there are Llama 3, there is GLM, there would be many models. There would be Mistral. Mistral is also one of the famous models. So this model is Hugging Face is allowing you to go ahead and use it online or on your system locally without going ahead and accessing the internet and directly calling the model from your system. Okay, so this I believe won't be performing up to the mark with GPT perform, but yes, your majority of the task or the requirement can be fulfilled by using this model. Okay. So these are the models. Okay, so how you go ahead and call this model, the code is written over here. So obviously if you want to go ahead and call sorry, call any big natural language model or any big LLM, okay, which is of 72 billion tokens, so obviously it would be of size somewhere around I would say 100 to 200 GB ka model, it would be there approximately. I'm not sure about the exact size, but yes, if you need to go ahead and call this, so you need to have that much of space in your system, and also you should be having that much of GPU available in your system. So if you want to just make a note, just make a note. So minimum requirement of running a language model gracefully within your system would require NVIDIA 3050. Okay, NVIDIA 3050 to normally run this large language model gracefully. Okay, we do have a model which you can go ahead and run on your system as well, which is known as Tiny Llama, which is trained on only 1 billion tokens. Okay, so this model is something which you can go ahead and use. Okay, here it also gives you an option to go ahead and test the model as well. Okay, so if I write give me the capital city name of USA. So this is just an interface to go ahead and see how the model is performing when you go ahead and give it as a question. Not sure if it work or not. Okay, the meanwhile it is getting loading. Okay, so I'll show you. So okay, so this is the code. Obviously my system is not that powerful, so I won't be going ahead and running this, but I would be going ahead and explaining you. Okay, so we within our humans as well, okay, within our humans as well, we have smart people and we have people who are not smart. So who are smart people? Smart people are those people who understand stuff. Even if you just go ahead and give them a short description or a brief description, they go ahead and understand everything and they go ahead and perform the task. Who are not smart people, who explicitly needs to be said each and everything every time. Okay, like they require a detailed explanation or detailed things about each and everything. Okay, so these are not smart people. So the difference by using this model and OpenAI, like you would be thinking, like what exactly would be the difference if I'm using this model and if I'm using 3.5 turbo of GPT-4 turbo from OpenAI. So what exactly could be the difference? The difference could be, yeah, here if you want to go ahead and program it to work on something, you need to make sure that that prompt is explicitly big. Okay, so that the prompt should be very big where each and every things needs to be mentioned. You need to mention it that you need to behave like a chatbot. You need to go ahead and respond in this manner. Your response should be in English and everything. Your response should be within this length and you need to respond within this context and everything which is something which you need to mention. First, this would be the difference. Second difference would be the context length of those model. The big models were big, 16,000, 1 lakh, and this was the context length. Here the window becomes very small, which is 1,000 or 2,000 at the max, which you would get. So you won't be able to go ahead and train it, or what I would say, you can use it for RAG, for what we say small, what we say big data. So you need to go ahead and make sure that you use it for small data only. So see, it tried to go ahead and give the answer, but this is not something which we expected. If you directly go ahead and ask GPT, it will just say the capital city of USA is Washington DC. Okay, so here it added some things which is not required. So the performance, or I would say the output quality is not up to the mark. Okay, but obviously by adding a prompt, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, I would be going ahead and sharing this link. What I want you is to if you could have like what we say. Uh, any GPU available system with anyone, you can go ahead and make run this code. Okay, so I'm sharing this link with you. Make a free account on Hugging Face and explore the offline models, okay, the offline solutions. Okay, so if you are going for an interview of generative AI or anything within a bank, obviously you are required to go ahead and have knowledge of that. You having only the knowledge about OpenAI and going there, I believe that won't help. So where privacy or data security is a concern, having a knowledge about how to call an offline model, how to go ahead and deploy an offline model is something which you need to be aware about. Here, if you can see, there is a deployment button as well, which helps you to go ahead and understand how this can be deployed on Amazon and everything, and it can be used publicly from anywhere as well. Okay, if you want to make this endpoint or make an endpoint for this model, is something which you can also get it from here as well. Okay, so this is what I wanted to also share with you, that yes, there is a provision of something which is called as offline models, or models which can be hit from locally, or free models available out there in the market. Okay, so do explore that as well. This will also add a lot of weightage to your resume when you go for an interview and when you claim that you are and you want to become a generative AI engineer. Are we clear with this, or do we have any doubts still here? Yes, no, a response in chat would work, or just a thumbs up would work. Yes, people. Okay, so considering till here, if we are done, okay, what our next step would be? Okay, so let me just take an overview. Writing a prompt. Okay, like what should be written in the prompt. In prompt should be written that what is the role of the model. Okay, so I'll just write over here. So what we learned is prompt. First thing which we learned was prompt. Okay, so in prompt, what all things should be mentioned? That what is would be the role of the model. Okay, role of the model. The role of the model should be that your which includes what would be your name and what is the task which you would be going ahead and performing. Okay, then it comes special instructions. What type of response are you expecting? Are you expecting plain response or are you expecting bullet response, response in bullet points? Okay, so whatever it may be. Okay, so you can go ahead and always write under the category special instruction. So this is something which is optional. फिर उसका expected output. Okay, so the writing prompt is divided into three part. Okay, first with that what is the role of the model which for which you are writing a prompt, that what is the task which would be performing. Then there would be some special instructions. Okay, and then there would be something which is called as expected output. Okay, so whether you want your output within 100 words or 200 words, okay, your output should be in a specific language or not is something which you need to go ahead and define. Okay, so this was about writing a prompt. Then we learned something which is called as RAG. Okay, RAG. Okay, very important concept when it comes to prompt engineering or the world of generative AI. Okay, which stands for retrieval. Okay, augmentation and generation. Okay, so industry cannot afford fine tuning models, or you cannot go ahead and fine tune the model on, like for an example, you have created a system which would be going ahead and helping the customer with any of the queries related to bank details. So fine tuning obviously takes time. It utilizes GPU, and it takes it obviously adds cost to the company. Okay, so any company, it would be let it be a startup of 10 people or a established company of 10,000 people, it would have cost saving is something which would be always at the priority of the any company. Okay, so fine tuning a model every time is something which is not feasible. Let's for an example, one step for going ahead and opening a digital account changes, so I need to go ahead and again fine tune the model on that step, and involve such cost and go ahead and make sure that I deploy that model. So this is something which is not feasible. Instead, if I keep all this data in the form of a PDF or save it to some any database, I need to just go ahead and change that chunk within the dataset and just upload the dataset again. Okay, so where retrieval augmentation generation proves to be very useful. Okay, so let's for an example, I have something which is called as database. Okay, database के अंदर in inside the database I have something which is called as the complete bank data. This includes information about a credit card. The bank data include information about a credit card. Then it includes information about a savings account. Okay, and then it includes information about what we say current account. Okay, so each and every information is stored within the database. Okay, so what retrieval does is retrieval understand the user query. There is a user query. Okay, it understands the user query. It travels to the database over here, and it understands that this query is related to which section, credit card or saving account. Or so user says I want to go ahead and block my credit card. Okay, so it will understand that this is something which is related to credit card, and within credit card there would be thousands of categories which is go ahead and get a new credit card, block credit card, and it will understand that this belongs to credit card category, and within within this 1000 category, this is somewhere related to blocking a credit card. Okay, so blocking a credit card would be having some information stored in the form of a text. So what it will do is it will go ahead and take the text related to blocking a credit card. Okay, here retrieval retrieves the relevant information from the database. Simple, retrieval retrieves the relevant information from the database. I'll write it over here. Okay, so retrieval retrieves the relevant information from the database. So once it is retrieved, now we need to go ahead and make sure we are augmenting each and everything properly. So how augmentation work? Prompt plus retrieved information plus user query. Okay, this all are brought together, and this is given to the model, and finally which is generated is a text output which is known as generation within the retrieval augmented generation. Okay, so here this approach is something which is preferred over and above going ahead and fine tuning the model again and again. You just need to go ahead and make the changes in the database, which will help you to save time as well as cost as well as a lot of processing. Okay, so this is something which is very important and which we learned at the first day. Second, we learned about the agents, and second, we also learned about how to go ahead and use GPT according to our use case, where it is required that if certain information is not at all provided from the user, if the user wants an answer to a particular question, the model expects the user to go ahead and give certain details. So making the model understand that and asking relevant question to the model is something which can be achieved by using function calling of GPT, and this is something which we learned on the second or the third day. And then we also learned about the agents, that how it works, okay, and how we can go ahead and make an agent. We took an example of CSV agent which performed all the calculations within an Excel file, which can go ahead and sort the values to take an average or anything it could be, apply formulas. Okay, so this is what we learned. The final part which I believe that I should go ahead and share it with you is how to go ahead and create images, okay, using OpenAI. Okay, so there is a model you would be aware about which is known as Dolly 3 model. Okay, so how to go ahead and call that API is something which I would be going ahead and showing it to now. Okay, so obviously from OpenAI, import OpenAI. Make use of VS Code, your life would be very easy because it goes ahead and give you suggestion of what would be the function of what why you trying to write. Okay. So yes, as I said, the model which you would be using would be Dolly 3. So this is an image model within the OpenAI environment. And let me tell you, there are more free image models available as well, as we have the, you can explore Hugging Face every time to go ahead and explore your free image models as well. Let's see what we would be going ahead and writing. So the default size is, I believe, 1024. Response is equal to client dot image dot generate. Okay, we are defining the model. The model would be dolly 3. Then we are writing that what would be the prompt, then what would be the size of the image. Okay, and then quality would be standard and is equal to 1. So in prompt, if I go ahead and write white Persian cat. Okay, and if I generate an image for that image, so basically it generates an URL for you. Okay, which would be having the image stored in it. Okay, so response dot data 0, and inside this we would be having URL. Okay, let's run this. We wanted to generate an image of a white Persian cat. Let's check the image URL. Here it is, an image of a white Persian cat has been created, okay, by using dolly. Now what we will do is we will make it a little bit complex. White Persian cat with a black, with a, what we will do with a black goat watching a sunrise. Let's make a little bit complex over here. Let's see what it has for us. There is a black goat, a Persian cat, and yes, there is a sunrise which is also shown over here. Okay, so yes, you can go ahead and explore this dolly model. Okay, so it is there on the API page. Okay, where I show you the 3.5 model as well. If you want, just take 2 minutes of time and copy this port code, or you can take an image to go ahead and practice this later. But obviously this is the standard structure which can be found on the website as well. Anyone have any doubt related to this? No doubts, I believe. Okay, just take 2 minutes time and you can just go ahead and write the code. Chandana, you are there?
Yes, Faiz, tell me.
Yeah, Chandana, so I believe I am done for what all I was supposed to cover within this 5 days workshop, you can say. Okay,
Yeah.
so what all topics I found it important. Okay, I have covered them and I have also shared the relevant documents related to that as well as the required code file for the same. Okay, I believe student, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, we can have open forum now. Okay, you can go ahead and ask me question related to any of the topic which we could have covered within this 5 days workshop, or if not, then we are good to go. This code for today is obviously which I am going ahead and sharing you now. Just allow me 2 minutes, Chantana, where I'll go ahead and share this code with everyone, and then yes, you can wind up with the session.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah, if anyone have any doubt, I would be happy to go ahead and help you with that. I've shared the latest code with everyone. Okay. Uh, okay, that's it from my end. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
yeah, thank you, Faiz.
Thank you.
So, students, this is the last day for this session. Okay, thank you for joining. You can continue with the recording sessions. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Faiz.